Hi, my name is Udit and I work in Germany as a finance manager. In today's video, we are going to talk about a very important concept in our financial journey, which is the concept of asset allocation. What do we understand by asset allocation? It is the proportion of money that we are investing in different asset classes. And these asset classes can be gold, they can be real estate, they can be stocks, they can be fixed income instruments like bank deposits, and any other investment choices that we make. This is just like having a balanced diet which is rich in different components. And the choice of the diet that we have is determined by our lifestyles. So, somebody who has a very active lifestyle would have a very different dietary choice compared to someone who has a sedentary, passive lifestyle. Similarly, asset allocation also depends on someone's life choices and investment horizon. So, the asset allocation for a young professional in a secure job might be very different with someone who is nearing retirement and who has family responsibilities to take care of. So we need to understand that this is a function of our lifestyle, this is a function of our investment horizons, and this is a function of our risk-taking capability. So let us try to understand each of these asset classes and the role that they play in our overall portfolios. First, we talk about gold. Gold is also called God's money. Why so? Because it has been existing for millennia as an exchange medium and store of value. We see from the ancient civilizations to the modern world, the value of gold has always increased and people have always shown their faith in the yellow metal. Why it should be a part of your portfolio? Because it gives you a sense of security, because the markets are volatile, the financial world is volatile, so you need to have a component which gives you an element of stability. What proportion of gold that you allocate in your portfolio depends on various factors, including your lifestyle choices and your investment horizons. But gold definitely gives you stability in times of volatility. And we have seen the prices of gold rise when there is uncertainty in the world, be it wars, be it economic downturns, or as recently as we have seen in COVID times. So it can work as a shock absorber in your portfolio. And how do we invest in gold? I would recommend we go with buying physical gold, not in the form of jewelry, but in the form of bullion. And if that is not the case, then we can take the route of investing through gold ETFs or bonds that are available in the market. The second component of our portfolio that is very important is real estate. Real estate is one of the three basic necessities of life, which are food, clothing, and shelter. Everyone needs a roof over their head, and for that, people either buy houses or they choose to rent the houses that others have built in. It is a very important component of a portfolio because this is a cash flow generating asset, and also for investing in this asset, there is leverage available by the financial institutions. We can get loans to buy real estate, which is very difficult to get for investing in other asset classes. Since it's a cash flow generating asset and over a long period of time, it does appreciate in value. Plus, given the advantage of having leverage available to invest into this asset class, it is a very important component of a portfolio. However, there are challenges with this investment class, which is the ticket size is very high. So you cannot have small ticket size investments in real estate properties. Secondly, you need to understand the transaction costs, the bureaucracy, and the market in detail to invest in this asset class. Because real estate is probably one of the biggest ticket size investments that we make in our life. And if this goes wrong, then we are in for financial troubles. Also, as we know, the transaction costs associated with real estate investing are very high because there are taxes, there are notary fees, there are agent and broker commissions that come into the overall cost. So we have to exercise caution while investing in real estate. There's also an alternative route of investing in real estate, which is through real estate investment trusts, where you can invest in properties through real estate investment trusts, which are listed in markets just like ETFs. And then for these small ticket size investments, you get a rental fee out of it. This is very much like holding a very small portion of large commercial properties which are listed in the market. But the thing is, you cannot live in a real estate investment trust ETF or a stock. So it works exactly like a stock with a higher dividend yield, wherein you get the rentals, and then on the basis of the performance of the real estate market, the value appreciates or depreciates in the long run. And this is a easy way to get into real estate investing at a smaller ticket size. Now comes the third component, which is stocks. Why do we invest in stocks? Is to ride the wave of growth with the companies and the geographies that we are investing in. We choose the companies for investments where we see a high potential for growth, and then we piggyback these companies. We try and become a partner with these companies in their growth journey and then grow along with them. And when we have a healthy mix of such companies in our portfolio which are growth oriented, our portfolio also grows. But the challenge with equity markets is that you cannot invest the money that you need in the next 5 to 7 years in the equity markets because of the inherent volatile nature of equity markets. Maybe once you need the money in the next 2 years, the markets are hitting their rock bottom and you might have to sell at a loss, or you might have to compromise on the returns that you wanted to make because the markets are going through a tough phase. So the amount of money that we put in equity markets should be the money which we don't need at least in the next 5 to 7 years, and we have the patience to go through these down cycles in the markets which can go on for months or even years. And this is the key to making money in the equity markets. The advantage of equity markets is the growth that it offers, and also the barrier to entry is very low. You can start investing at very small ticket sizes and it does not take a lot of effort to start investing in equity markets. And the fourth component in our investment portfolio should be fixed income instruments or cash savings. So this is basically the money that you have parked in safe instruments like bank deposits, like government bonds, wherein you earn a low percentage return, but your principal is secured. This fund is very important and should be a part of your portfolio because it offers stability. It offers a steady pool of liquidity in times of need. Let's say tomorrow you're faced with an emergency and you need a certain corpus. So you need to have that money saved somewhere which you can withdraw easily without worrying about the situation in the market or your returns. So this forms a very important part of our portfolio, and a healthy mix of all these asset classes in your portfolio results in the overall returns and our financial well-being in the long run. So I hope I was able to clarify and elucidate the role of all these components in the overall asset allocation matrix. There are multiple other avenues for making investments, but these are the major asset classes that one should at least look at having in their portfolio. And remember, having the right mix of asset classes would help you in navigating different market cycles, because there might be market cycles where the stocks are doing very well, there might be market cycles where real estate is doing very well, and there might be markets where nothing is doing very well and gold is moving. And there can be situations when everything is falling apart, but your cash is secure in the bank, which can take care of you in times of difficulties. So go ahead and find out what is the right asset allocation matrix for you on the basis of your investment horizon, your risk appetite, and your willingness to invest in all these different asset classes. If you like the videos, then you can share with your friends, and also please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and let me know in case you want to talk about any other subjects or topics that are of interest to you. Thank you for watching, and always remember, keep walking and growth is life. Thank you.